Is it heading to be Parineeti versus Kriti in Bollywood? FTII controversy rages on. Has Shahid's role been chopped off in Urta Punjab? Sonakshi to play raw agent in Force 2. Hey guys, I'm Caitlin and here is your update on what's been happening in the world of Bollywood. This is 9XC.com, the show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. 9XC, 9XC.
If you know your Bollywood, you know that nothing is final unless it is on paper. And even then, it might not be. Sounds a little cryptic, but hang in there, I'm gonna explain it all. So this is Parineeti Chopra and this is Kriti Sanon. Parineeti debuted in 2011. Kriti hit the big screen in 2014. Parineeti's career saw an upswing, but now there's no good news. Kriti, after only one film, is the new favorite. Parineeti's got Priyanka as her cousin. Kriti has got Shah Rukh as her next co-star. Parineeti was to be Salman Khan's heroine. Kriti might have snatched that away from her. Yes, you've heard that right. The film in question is Salman's Sultan. Until a few days ago, Parineeti was all cool and chill since she knew that she was in the top girls to bag the much-coveted Sultan. A film with Salman backed by the giant production house that launched her, Yash Raj Films, was totally a recipe for the comeback she so needs. But then, lo and behold, in walks the tall and now daunting Kriti Sanon. It seems that after much deliberation, YRF has decided Kriti might actually be the better choice to star opposite Salman. While we're still digging around to find out what tipped the scales in Kriti's favor, if she does sign on the dotted line, Parineeti will not know who to blame. In fact, it almost seemed like a done deal. Like 9XC.com, the show told you a few episodes ago, cousin Priyanka sacrificed her role in Sultan and actually suggested to Parineeti that she call up Salman. At that time, Salman and even YRF honcho Aditya Chopra were keen on Parineeti. Only director Ali Abbas Zafar was not so sure. Is he the man behind Parineeti's loss? Well, we'll keep you posted as soon as we know. But who do you want to see opposite Salman in Sultan? Kriti, Parineeti or Priyanka? Tell us on facebook.com/9XC and twitter.com/9XC the show. Now here's some dope on another of Salman's heroines, Kareena Kapoor. Kareena Kapoor has currently taken over our senses. Everywhere you look, she's there, and rightly so. She's got Bajrangi Bhaijaan releasing, and her song Mera Naam Meri from Brothers is pretty sexy. But looks like she's taken advantage of this a little bit. A few days ago, we'd heard that Kareena is backing out of a prestigious project, so we promptly dropped her a message asking her this, and she of course denied it all. After all, she is a seasoned actor. Despite this, the buzz within the industry is really strong, really strong, that Kareena is indeed not doing the film. The movie in question is Rajkumar Gupta's Section 84. Gupta has waited for Kareena for quite some time, and after agreeing to do the film, looks like she has backed out. If Kareena would have done the film, it would have been a rather challenging role for her since her part was that of a schizophrenic. Wow, looks like Kareena let a rather interesting film go. And here's another interesting piece of news. Rumors about everything not being well between Katrina Kaif and the Kapoor Khandan are just that, rumors. When photos of Neetu Kapoor's birthday bash hit the web, questions were raised about Katrina's conspicuous absence. That's correct, those photos left us with so many questions. Why was Katrina missing from the do? Is everything alright between them? Why is Ranbir there and Katrina isn't? Why is everyone wearing black? If these questions have sprung to your mind, fret not, 9XC.com the show has the answer. Here's what our sources close to the actress had to say about the whole incident. Katrina was shooting for some portions of the song that they were to shoot initially in the month of June. She shot the whole night. We're guessing cat's a worky-do. The Dhoom actress chose not to attend the party and complete her commitments to beau Ranbir's home production, Jaga Jasus. That is impressive. After all, just a few days ago, we told you that she was angry with the film's director, Anurag Basu. But while work comes first for Katrina, she's had plenty and more outings with the Kapoor Khandan for us to think that there's some trouble in paradise. But there is only trouble brewing in the halls of the prestigious FTII, that's the Film and Television Institute of India. The appointment of Gajendra Chauhan as a chairman has created an uproar among students and the industry alike, so we went to him to get his side of the story. In an exclusive chat with 9XE.com, the man may not have said in so many words that he won't resign until the ruling party calls for his ouster, but that's exactly what he meant. Chauhan says that people are judging him only by his on-screen work.
Why they want me out, I don't know. So they are talking about my credentials. My credentials are to the world is very well known, whatever it is, whether it is television or films. So I have told them not to judge me by my real life. My real life is different.
Chauhan insists that since he has been appointed by the government, he will obey any of their orders.
I have been appointed by the government of India, and my duty is to obey the government of India's order. Any order coming from government of India, I will obey. Government of India has appointed me after seeing my all qualification, my way of working. It is a prerogative of the government to put me there. They can do anything.
The result of this controversy is that FTII is currently shut and the students are missing out on classes. Chauhan says that through the media, he has tried to communicate with the students.
In a debate with Hari Shankar, their president, in one of the debate on television, and he said personally that Mr. Chauhan, I have got nothing personal against you. Even everybody who's talking about me, they say nothing personal against you. It's the system, they say, we have to.
When we brought to his notice that Amitabh Bachchan, Nasruddin Shah and Shyam Benegal were in the running for the post, he feigned ignorance. He also said that he has no idea about sound designer Resul Pukuti's tweet. So what is the solution, Mr. Chauhan? Where do things go from here?
It is between the students and the government to decide now. They should sit down, I think, and chop out the problems. I always request students, they're wasting their most valuable time of their time, of their student life actually.
Well, we hope the matter gets resolved soon and the Premier Institute gets back to working form. 9XE.com, the show, got in touch with those who are closely associated with the Institute and those who are currently affected by the scenario. This is what they had to say. It's not a question of who should step down and who should step in. It's a matter of concern that a person with lesser qualification and knowledge of cinema has been brought in to head the most important film institution in India. People with a prolific body of work have occupied that chair before. Gajendra Chauhan is at a wrong place right now.
People with credentials are not willing to take up that job. And people with credentials have come and gone. I've refused it. Because I don't want to get into that, institute politics. Those students are impossible to handle. They protest against anything. And that is why, for once, their protest is valid, but no one is paying any attention. And the government is adamant. They're saying, we will not change the point. Come on, get back, learn your bloody job and get out of there, yeah. Learn how to make films. That's what you're supposed to be doing instead of doing mochas.
Coming up, are young actors warming up to television as an alternate profession? Richa confirms her French connection. Welcome back to 9XE.com, the show. Seems Varun is quite kicked about ABCD2's success and is all set to take more dance-related projects. 9XE.com, the show, has it that Varun might very soon be affiliated with Dance Plus, the TV show. It remains to be seen what role he'd be playing in the project. With the ABCD2 star all set to join the ranks of television, he adds himself to a long list of the new crop of actors who are turning to TV. For Amitabh, television was a fate changer. As Kaun Banega Crorepati changed his fortunes, he was one of the first A-listers who signed up for a TV series. Earlier, Sonakshi graced a reality show as a celebrity judge. And rumours were rife that her Lutera co-star Ranbir Singh might be the next big boss. And tossed in the competition was Farah Khan, who was supposed to be vying to be affiliated with Bigg Boss 2. Sanjay Dutt and good friend Salman Khan have earlier co-hosted Bigg Boss. Highway star Alia Bhatt has agreed to curate content for a recently launched TV channel. Newlywed Shahid Kapoor judges Jhalak Dikla Ja. Earlier, Madhuri Dixit was the judge for that show but was eventually replaced. Other Bollywood celebs like Rakhi Sawant and Sunny Leone have hosted and been a part of shows like Rakhi Ka Swayamvar and Splitsvilla. We wonder what attracts the younger and established stars to television. After all, they are getting all the adulation with the big screen projects. Well, it is a win-win situation for us. After all, the viewers do get to see their favorite stars on the big screen as well as the small. So Varun Dhawan and Shraddha Kapoor are basking in the success of ABCD 2 and were quite agog with excitement at the success party of the movie. And they had the who's who of Bollywood to celebrate with them. Varun blazed along the dance floor after the fraternity ganged up around him in a circle. We sure love Varun's moves on the floor, and completing the circle for Varun were Shraddha's family members. And another star who gave Varun company on the dance floor was the film's director, Remo D'Souza, who had some snazzy moves of his own. Adding to the glitterati at the party was superstar Salman Khan, who made time to be present at Varun's party. Apparently, the two were inseparable and chatted for hours. Seems Salman and Varun are becoming the new BFFs in town. Salman had earlier wished Varun luck when he bagged Shuddhi, which was to star Salman himself earlier. And guess who had a fangirl moment at the party? None other than Varun's ABCD2 co-star, Shraddha, who went ahead and took a selfie with a Dabangg star. But while Salman was at his affable best with others, he curiously chose to ignore Kangana Ranaut. We wonder why. Some took the opportunity to put aside past differences. Milabh Zaveri and Anurag Kashyap spoke at length during the party. This was a far cry from the days when both had uncomplimentary things to say about their movies, Ran Masti and Bombay Velvet. A hot topic of discussion between the two were the censor board issues the industry is now facing. Also seen bonding were Kriti, Sanon and Shraddha. Just a few days ago, we told you how Shraddha might have won the race against Kriti to play Sonakshi in the Dhoni biopic. But seems the two talented stars know how to keep their professional and personal lives different. And fashionista Sonam Kapoor seemed to enjoy solitude than to mingle with the guest list. The Ranjana star stayed mostly to herself all through the do and instead chose to snap a few selfies. Well, it was amazing to know that our favorite actors were chilling and bonding, and we hope they have many more opportunities to do so. And moving on is another actress who's in her happy space. So Richa Chadha has often been associated with niche films, movies that let her immense talent shine through. And with the Cannes favourite Masan, she's doing just that. In a chat with 9xe.com The Show, she speaks about her professional choices and the beautiful twist her personal life has taken. In Masan, Richa plays a woman caught in the middle of two very different worlds.
It's the crisis of the youth today, yeah? I mean, you have Navratras and Visarjan on one side, but you know that porn is available on the net for free. So everyone is curious, and there's a tussle between the youth and the old who want to hold on to a certain semblance of Maryada or, you know, whatever. It's fairly patriarchal. We've shown that in the film also, but this girl has an independent streak. And what transpires after that is something interesting, which I want you to watch in the film because there's a thrill element. I don't want to give that away.
If you look at her career, a chunk of it is gritty roles in niche films. So we asked her if she's ever been advised to do less of the same.
All the time they're like, oh, but you just did this film and you're like now you're being seen as glamorous. Why would you want to do a film like that? It'll take you back 2 years, etc. Because when I finished Gangs and when it came out, people had notions about me, the way I looked and my language, everything. So yes, there are those advisors, but I mean, I do my own thing.
Thank God she didn't listen to them because Masan happened and that took her to France. And that's where she met the charming Frenchman Frank Gustambet in his home city. And who can blame her? Paris, a hot, talented European. I'm gonna stop now and let Richa tell this tale.
So it's difficult to have romances across continents, but this gentleman is really sweet. I mean, I didn't know he was some famous person. I thought he's somebody that we just met at dinner, who was also sitting on another table, whatever, because we're not really clued into the industry in France as such, like the TV. We just chatted for a bit and I think we just leave it at that because I don't know how these things work really. And ever since I've come back, I've been really busy. So there's been no scope of even travel or whatever.
And like any relationship, the two have things in common and some stuff they have to work on.
We have a lot of things in common actually. I'm a really big animal lover. And there's He's actually somebody who is a comedian and an actor and a director, makes comedy films, and also works as an animal trainer. Like, he's really good with animals, so that's something we have in common. We have a big language barrier, so I don't know because, but let's see how it goes.
Coming up, John and wife Priya spotted together in a rare public appearance. Is Shahid's role facing over-enthusiastic editing in Urta Punjab? Welcome back to 9XE.com, the show. The Welcome Back trailer has created the right buzz, and while the entire cast and crew seems quite excited, John Abraham experienced an awkward moment at the trailer launch. John seemed pretty cool and was answering questions from all members of the media, but it all went downhill when someone asked whether his wife Priya has watched the trailer. A visibly upset John fidgeted, looked left and right, looked at his co-star Ankita Srivastav, but did not address the question at all, like he completely ignored it. But how could the rest of us ignore how uncomfortable he was? And after that, he was not in the best of spirits either. We wonder why. Well, John, do you expect us to only ask you questions about your work? You should know better by now. People are bound to ask you some personal questions, and this was such a harmless one. Or wait, is it that Priya didn't like the trailer at all? Or is it something else? Well, John got a chance to ask her all these questions because recently Priya was seen in the city. The two were spotted at the Indian Super League auction, and this joint appearance comes after quite some time since we've not seen them together recently. John co-owns the football team Northeast United FC, and maybe his investment banker wife Priya was helping him during the auction. We wonder what triggered them to make this public appearance together at frankly quite an unlikely event. Does the question raised at the Welcome Back event have anything to do with all of this? But can someone please tell me what Priya thinks of the trailer? Now I'm really curious. Till we get to know what Priya thinks, you tell us what you think about the Welcome Back trailer. Share your views with us on facebook.com/9XE or tweet us at 9XE the show with hashtag Welcome Back trailer. What I'm also curious to know is how Shahid Kapoor feels about this next piece of news. Shahid is on a high and all loved up, having recently tied the knot with Meera Rajput, but this might just dampen his spirits. 9XE.com, the show, has learned that Shahid's role in Urta Punjab is being cut, and not only his co-star Alia Bhatt is also facing the same problem. Horror! How could something like this happen? Apparently, Shahid and Alia's parts have seen the sharp side of the editor's scissors, and it's most definitely not according to director Abhishek Chaube's wishes. The order has come from the top bosses in the production house, Phantom Films. It seems that Phantom honchos Vikramaditya Motwane and Vikas Bhel are not allowing Abhishek to shape the film according to his wishes. If he wishes to keep a certain scene, the two disagree with him, and if he wishes to edit out some portions, the two have their own creative inputs. It's gotten so uncomfortable, and there are such creative differences that Abhishek has instructed his team to stop all edit work whenever Vikramaditya and Vikas are around. I'm sure Vikramaditya and Vikas know best, but why would you want to edit out parts of the biggest stars in your cast? Shahid and Alia are the flavor of the season, and people would surely flock to the cinema halls to see them. And plus, the director, who's the captain of the ship, knows best. Well, we just hope that we get to see the best edit of the film when it hits theatres. So while Vikramaditya makes those creative decisions, his Phantom Films is also releasing the award-winning Masan. 9XE.com, the show, caught up with him to talk about Masan and also bring attention to the elephant in the room, the failure of Bombay Velvet. Let's start with the award-winning Masan. Vikramaditya says that it was a film with a really powerful script, and that's what attracted Phantom to it.
For me, it's a very emotional script. It's a very straight-up script. It's a script about people and their lives, and trying to find happiness in a world is, for me, what the film, in a sense, is about.
And the one project that they really believed in was Bombay Velvet. While everyone else might be ruining their decision to watch the film, Vikramaditya says Phantom is sticking by the movie.
What we think has worked, what didn't work, what we should do better next time, what maybe we did wrong this time, but we all totally believed in the film. Velvet is a project we've been living with it and working on it for the last 3 years. Of course, we're very, since the inception of the company, we've been working on Velvet. So it's a film we're very, very proud of.
Vikramaditya admits that the film was a risk, but that's how they do it at Phantom Films.
In the Velvet scenario, okay, and I think there's learnings for everybody there to sort of look and saying, what did we do right, what did we do wrong, what could we have done better, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's totally fine. I don't think anybody's kind of like traumatized by the entire fact. Yeah. If you don't have failures, you can't have success. I think we have a risk-taking appetite, and I think we wanted NH10 was a risk that completely experimental, obviously. But there's a script you really believe in. Urta Punjab in a certain sort of way is the same thing. It's a script you totally believe in. You want to go out there and sort of put everything you have behind it.
That's Vikramaditya, the producer, but what about him as a director? After Lutera, he was going to direct the Siddharth Malhotra starrer Bhavesh Joshi, but that's not happening for a while, and neither is the Saif Ali Khan docudrama. But Vikramaditya is still positive.
I'm in a development phase where there's a lot of stuff actually happening, where Bhavesh not happening is kind of like just, that's another chapter that's temporarily closed. I have my mind open and I'm sort of developing a bunch of other stuff, and I'll hopefully be shooting before the end of the year for sure. So.
Now let's talk about another filmmaker, Pooja Bhatt. Pooja has always courted controversy and has never really minced her words. This time, however, she's in the news for keeping mum. And what's the secret she's been hiding? Well, she's been keeping her relationship under wraps. Recently, news broke out that Pooja is allegedly dating film critic Mayank Shekhar. Wow, a filmmaker and a movie critic? Now that is something new. But if you thought that was a surprise, you are so wrong. 9XE.com, the show, has even more details. Eyewitnesses have told us that Pooja and Mayank were together at a happening bar, Fusion Wong's, in Mumbai. They were super intimate and just could not keep their hands off each other. They were little bothered that director Sudhir Mishra and Pooja's brother Rahul were at the very same table. In December last year, Pooja announced her split with husband of 11 years, Manish Makhija. But she is said to have been dating Mayank under the radar for the last year. Coming up, John's secret visit to Salman revealed. Sonakshi Sinha to romance John in Force 2. Welcome back to 9XE.com, the show. Films clashing at the box office are never a good sign, and it seems John Abraham has spoken with producer Feroz Nadiadwala to request a way out of the Hero Welcome Back release day clash. And why did Feroz go to Salman? Well, John might just be a bit wary about meeting Salman after their tiff at the Rockstar music performance a few years ago, where the Force star ticked Salman off. We told you about John's tweet with which he announced the release date of his Welcome Back on Twitter. Welcome Back releases 4th September. Watch this space for more. Things took an interesting turn with Salman updating his Twitter with a post that was more a threat and less a message. Back off, Hero coming on 4th September. That his home production Hero would set the box office ringing on the 4th of September. Now everybody knows it's professional harakiri to release their movie that has Salubhai's name attached to it, and evasive measures are now being taken. Our sources have it that Feroz made his way to Mehboob Studios, where Salman was doing interviews for Bajrangi Bhaijaan post Baba Siddiqui's iftar party. Apparently, Feroz has requested the superstar to change the release date for Hero, but is more than ready to change the release date of Welcome Back too. Sources close to the development say that Sunil Shetty was privy to the talks as well. Hero is the launch vehicle of Sunil's daughter Athiya and Aditya Pancholi's son Suraj. Welcome Back is a much-delayed sequel to the smash hit and stars John Abraham, Nana Patekar, Anil Kapoor and others. Interestingly, Eros Films has acquired the rights for both the films and would not want two big-ticket movies releasing on the same day. Who will blink first? Our guess is as good as yours, but we'll keep you posted on this one. And while John is trying to take care of old rivalries, a new facet to the star's life is added. Sonakshi Sinha is geared up for her role in Akira, and she has now signed up for the upcoming sequel to the John Abraham starrer Force. Sonakshi plays a raw agent, and she confirmed the development with this tweet. Yup, told you I had news for you. Super excited to be playing a raw agent in my next film, Force 2. In Force, John put the baddies in place in high-octane and acclaimed action sequences. He was pitted against Vidyut Jamwal. John is returning to the franchise, and with Sonakshi playing a raw agent, the filmmakers might just be looking to add more action to the sequel. Sonakshi debuted with Dabangg opposite Salman Khan and wowed audiences with her understated performance of the unique character. Her character returned with the iconic Chulbul Pandey in the smash hit sequel to Dabangg, Dabangg 2. She shared screen space with the original Khiladi Akshay Kumar in Rowdy Rathore and won acclaim for her performance in the movie. Sonakshi carved a niche for herself with her portrayal of a pre-independence woman in Lutera, but has made some questionable professional choices since then. In R. Rajkumar, critics were vocal about the stereotype role she had played, and her act was heavily criticized in the box office debacle Action Jackson. Earlier, the rumor mill had it that Katrina CHOOSES was in talks for the Force sequel, but the Namaste London star denied them. If all goes well, this will be the first time that Sona shares screen space with Bollywood hunk John Abraham. Akira first and now Force, seems Sonakshi is taking some decisive actions to change her on-screen image. The Force sequel is produced by Vipul Shah and will be directed by Abhinay Deo. Force 2 is set to go on floors in September this year. And while Sona's professional life is on an uptick, here is an actress who is in a happy space in her personal life. Pakistani actress Mahira Khan might be all set to co-star with Shah Rukh Khan in Raees, but Shah Rukh's co-star's latest release, Bin Roy, may not see a release in Maharashtra. As things stand, Salman Khan's Bajrangi Bhaijaan may be able to avert a clash with Shah Rukh's co-star's movie and get a solo run at the box office. What's Bin Roy, you may ask? It's a romantic film starring Mahira in the lead. 9XE.com, the show has it that the political party MNS has decided not to allow the release of the movie in Maharashtra. And why has MNS decided to protest against Bin Roy? You got to hear this reason. Apparently, the political party is sticking to its old age edict of not allowing the release of any Pakistani film in the state. Ameya Khopkar, the president of the Maharashtra Navnirman Chitrapat Sena, confirmed the news to us and had this to say. I have always dissuaded the release of Pakistani films in Maharashtra. Why should Mahira Khan's film be an exception? We will not allow Bin Roy to release in Maharashtra. The grapevine says that MNS has decided the filmmakers Shehzad Kashmiri and Momina Dured agree to not slot their film in theatres in Maharashtra. Ameya had this to say on the subject. No, he has not signed up on anything with us. We have only had a chat with his team and made our stand clear. Bin Roy is all set to hit the theatres on 18th July and expected to clash with Salman's Bajrangi Bhaijaan. We hope everything works out and Mahira's movie releases soon. Amrita Singh wowed audiences with her gritty performance of a mother in Shootout at Lokhandwala and enamored audiences with her take on a Punjabi mom in 2 states. And seems Amrita is set to go maternal on screen one more time and has given her nod to play Tiger Shroff's mother in Flying Judd, a superhero movie. That's correct, if all goes well, Amrita will be one of the few actresses who played a mother to a superhero in Bollywood. Buzz is that the role was earlier offered to Kiran Kher, but she gave the chance a miss because of her prior and political commitments. Amrita has earlier shared screen space with Tiger's dad, Jackie Shroff, in the smash hit Aina from the 90s. The two have been close friends for a while now. With Amrita's decision to play older roles now, she has breathed new life in her career and has given Bollywood a solid option when it comes to casting unique roles. And that's all we have from our favorite celebs and movies. Download our app for Android and iOS. Visit us online at 9xe.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook at 9xe The Show and Facebook/9xe. View our entire episodes on YouTube at 9xe The Show.